Hey guys, this is Bradley Benner and Semantic Mastery, and we have Adam on. What's up, Adam?
Heyo.
We got Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey,
And we got Marco.
Hey everybody, what's up?
And I think Hernan will straggle in just a little bit. He's tightening up some loose ends for us that just appeared at the last moment. So, anyways, what's up, guys? This is Masterclass Week 21. This is the affiliate week number 3. Actually, we're going to talk briefly about the local case study, and then we're going to talk about the affiliate stuff. And I'll be 100% honest with you guys up front. I'm behind this week. I didn't get near as much done as I hoped to. I still got stuff to go over, but I don't have near as much as I usually do, which might be a good thing because we can probably get to some additional questions, which, by the way, if you guys have any questions, just get them posted because I think we will have time for questions today. That said, let me go ahead and take the screen. We'll get right into it. All right, so let me change pages here. Just one moment. All right, so the Masterclass Local Case Study Week 9 review. Not a whole lot was done in the last week. I do have some pretty interesting things, though. But the rankings have improved, and that's really good. And that's what I said. I was just going to be patient and kind of like piddle, like do some just minor stuff between until I felt that the rankings had stabilized because it being a new site. And there is definitely a sandbox period now with new sites. And I don't ever want to be too aggressive because then you lose it, and then it's like all that work was pissed away. So we're going to just talk very briefly about these. We'll go over the maps and the organic ranking. Let's see, blog posts. I got my new curator. Well, she's been writing for me for like 2.5 or 3 years. This chicken in North Africa or South Africa, I don't know. She's in Africa, but her name's Esther, and she's really, really talented writer. And she's been writing for me for about 2.5 or 3 years, but I just started teaching her how to do curating through our Curation Mastery course. I just gave her access to the Curation Mastery course, and she took about 3 weeks of studying, and now she actually has started to produce curated blog posts, and that is the testing ground. The Gainesville Home Pro site is the testing ground for that, and I'm very impressed with her. I knew she would do well because she's such a good writer, so I'm going to show you guys some of those. The expense report, no additional money's been spent. I owe her some money, but I'm waiting for her to send me an invoice. So right now, nothing else has been spent, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to do next week. So first and foremost, the rank reports. I have the URL for the local rank report here. We are improving there as well. I'm just going to drop this, Adam, in chat if you want to put that on the page for other people to view.
I would love to do that.
I know you would. I know it. All right, so on this, guys, we can see that like our videos are doing fairly well. We're doing better in maps for some terms. Like we're A position for kitchen remodeling at the moment, C for bathroom remodeling, C for home remodeling, and now C for remodeling, which is the very general or very broad term. So we're doing good. In fact, I think it's going to depend on which IP you're looking at, because I actually searched it earlier today, and I was in the D or F, or I'm sorry, E or F position. So it could be bouncing still. They're always going to be bouncing, guys. But the idea is when you start hitting those A positions, then you're doing well, because that means that you're likely to hit them more often, even though there will still be bouncing. Okay, that's what, again, part of the Pigeon update, which was damn near 2 years ago now. I think it was in September of 2013 is when Pigeon actually hit, and we've been dealing with that ever since. There is a volatility to the maps ranking, and I know we talked about that before. But the idea is just to try to trend in towards the top spots, A through C, because then more often than not you'll be in those positions. You'll still bounce a lot. You'll still dance in and out of the 7-pack altogether, or in from the top to the bottom, that sort of thing. But more often you'll be in the top spots when you are in maps, and so that's what we're trending towards, and we seem to be doing a pretty good job. Okay, so videos are doing well. We've got some of the videos that are ranking now. Looks like the Haymarket videos still aren't ranking that well, but remember, just like with the ones for Gainesville, we just waited, and a lot of them ended up coming up. There could be some additional work done on that, but you can see that we're starting to show up in maps, even for some of the terms that aren't showing maps, like the actual Google Maps, not universal search, but Google Maps for basement stuff. That doesn't usually return a map when I do a search myself. If we go take a look, you'll see what I mean. We'll say basement remodeling. See, this time it did return a map. That's interesting because usually it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't, but sometimes it does. And here I'm number 2 for maps right now. You see that? which is interesting. And then I've still got the the videos there too as well. So that's pretty cool. So so we're doing well. We're doing well with the maps ranking. The next thing I want to show was the organic ranking. So we made significant jumps since last week, guys. Remember, I run this report every 7 days on Wednesday, and so you can see I dropped a little bit for basement finishing and organic. That's kind of like the supporting term. Bathroom remodeling looks like I'm still not doing real well for that, but you can see for remodeling Gainesville, which is the broad term, we improved 12 spots since last week, and for kitchen remodeling we improved 18 spots, and for home remodeling we improved 2 spots. And like I said, if we go back and take a look at kitchen remodeling, we're number 1 in maps for the time at the moment, right there, and then we have the video, which is in number 2 organic, right there. Okay, and then so anyways, we're doing well, and I'm pleased with the progress of this. Of course, I'd like it to go a little bit faster, but don't we all? And that's why I've said to you guys in the past, the biggest mistake I made when I started doing SEO was that I would build sites 2 or 3 at a time. Right? When I first started, it was just 1 site at a time, and then I would continue piddling and playing with it and fiddling with it until it ranked, and sometimes that would be 3 months down the road instead of building additional sites. Honestly, if you just build sites, do what you know needs to be done to get them to rank as far as link building and stuff, and then keep building more sites, then they're going to start to pop. And 3 months down the road, when this one's ranking really well, you've got 3 other sites right behind it that are going to start ranking, and then another 3 sites after that. That's how you really build an empire quick, guys, is to continue building instead of waiting to see if this one ranks before you start building another site. Just start building another site, because this stuff just takes time. I'd be honest with you, if I didn't do any other link building to this site at all, and I just completely took my foot off the gas and let this site just sit and marinate for the next 3 months, I guarantee you this thing would end up being in the top spots with doing nothing else. Just because all the stuff that I've done to it thus far I know was right, and just leaving it alone, and over time it's going to end up taking those top spots, both in organic and maps, because everything was done right. Okay, but it's just a waiting game at that point. So I'm trying to nudge it forward for you guys, because I want to get this monetized so that we can close this actual case study out for number 1, so I can be done with it. Number 2, because I want to create a separate training product out of this that we're going to sell, local case study, local SEO training product. You guys are part of it, so you don't need it, but I mean, we're going to sell it separately. So there's some selfish reasons for that as well. All right. But that said, like I said, guys, just when you're doing your own, if you've been following along the case study and building out like you should have been on your own, then at this point in the game, you should be building other sites. You shouldn't be just waiting for this one to rank, because otherwise you've got a lot of lost opportunity to make more money. Okay?
So Keith was asking if you can share a screenshot of organic results, but I think that's what you just had on your page, or at least that's what you want to share, right?
Yeah, there was that, but let's see if I can. Here it is right here. I'll share it.
Okay.
Right here. Just give me a second. There you go. All right, so the next thing, the curated blog post. Let's go take a look at that. We've got, guys, this is what I was talking about with the curated blog posts. You can't go wrong. She's done, by the way, this one on the bottom was one that I did as part of my training video to her, explaining what needed to be done. And it was a very, very poor example of how a curated post is supposed to be done. And I mentioned that to her in the video several times, so do not look at that one. She didn't do that, but she did do these 2. And she just did these in the last week. You can see the dates on them, July 23rd, July 25th. But we go take a look at these. These are how curated posts should look, guys. And she's doing an excellent job. They're very thorough. But if you look at the actual original content that she wrote, there's that paragraph. There's these 2 little paragraphs right here, which are what, like maybe 1-2 sentences each. There's a sentence here, and 2 or 3 sentences or 4, up here. So she literally wrote, maybe 10 or 12 sentences. But there's a really nice post here, and these are the kind of posts, guys, that will really help your site rank. And very, very powerful for interlinking, and also because for solidifying the relevancy of the post, because we're outbound linking to related content. Okay, so it's really good for internal linking. In this case, it looks like both posts posts that she has done thus far have been for the home remodeling, the top level silo, the top level category. I've got her scheduled where, well, it's really, she does it on her own whenever she wants to. But I have asked her to do 2 or 3 posts for at least for every subcategory as well. And so the internal linking there is what's powerful there. So this is the link that links up to the top level category, which is the home remodeling page in this case. So like if I click on this, you'll see it's going to take us to the top level remodeling page, right? So I'm going to have her do 2 or 3 posts for every single category, including the subcategories, except for countertops. I told her just to hold off on that for now. But that's going to really, really help for, again, go back to the rankings, guys. That's going to make a significant difference on the organic rankings. Without doing any additional link building, just doing those additional posts is going to help those other pages to push up. And it's just going to take it's just going to be a matter of a couple weeks, her doing the posts and just leaving it alone, and we'll see. All of this will start to rise up. We'll be fine. There's no question. Okay. Is there any questions on that, Adam?
Nope, we're good to go.
So, by the way, guys, Mastermind members, you already have it, but any of you that don't have Curation Mastery, I would recommend that you take it if you're going to be doing any kind of, whether you're doing local stuff, guys, or affiliate stuff, any kind of SEO work. Blogging on the money site itself is a great way to make to do SEO, especially with our IFTTT networks, because when we blog, we syndicate our content automatically, 100% on autopilot, out to the network, which builds links back to that blog post, in which case the blog post has, let's go take a look at this one, has a link right here. She varied the anchor text because I trained her to do so, but this one links up to the same home remodeling page. This one is using redesign your home as the anchor text instead of home remodeling, which is smart, right, to vary the anchor text. My point is every single post that goes out on this blog gets syndicated to our network with a link pointing back to the post. And then the post has a link pointing up. See how everything else is no follow on this page, guys? All these other links are no follow. So all the juice that is coming in from all those Web 2 links and social links is flowing right through this one link right here, the contextual do follow link up to the home remodeling page. That's why it's so powerful, and that's why we do it that way. So, again, you can do it with just standard blog posts, but I recommend curated posts for many, many reasons. Number one, you can crank out high-quality posts in a fraction of the time. If you're paying somebody to do it, which I highly recommend that you do instead of you doing it yourself, you're going to reduce your content costs. You're also going to increase the relevancy of the post by outbound linking to other related content, preferably sources that are high authority, not Wikipedia and .gov shit. I get so angry when I hear people go, "Oh, you need to have a Wikipedia link." No, you don't. Link to something that's related, okay? Preferably something that has high social activity on it. That's way more powerful than linking to a Wikipedia page. Everybody does that. Don't do what everyone else does, okay?
Same with EDU links.
Yeah, exactly. EDU links and .gov links, and that's like 19, that's like 2009 SEO, But you still hear that shit all over the place. We're going to put an outbound link in our PBN post to Wikipedia, and that's going to make it safe. Okay. All right. Let a manual reviewer come by and see one link to your money site from a PBN post and one link to a Wikipedia article. And, you can smell that from a mile away. That's a PBN post, right? But using curated content, guys, even for your money site or for PBNs, that's what I'm saying. Like, even with PBNs, guys, if you use curated posts, you leave everything to do follow on curated posts for PBNs. You leave all of your outbound links to do follow because your outbound link to your money site is going to be do follow, right? Because you want to push page rank, you want to push juice to your money site, but you don't want to no follow all of your other links on a PBN post because then that would be clearly, anybody looking at the site would know specifically that you were using that to push juice to your money site. So instead, you leave everything to do follow on a PBN post, and then I know I'm going to hear some SEOs say, well, then you're bleeding juice over to those other sites. You're right, you are. You're right, you are. But you're covering your footprint, and it looks natural that way. And remember, you're pushing relevancy and trust flow, which is important, which is more important, in my opinion, than pushing any specific page rank or juice, if that makes sense. All right, so there's a little bit of a different strategy with curating on your money site. You want to no-follow all outbound links. That's what I do. I just put a plugin on the site, no-follow for external links, and it no-follows all outbound links. That way, all juice, it's PageRank sculpting or juice sculpting, right? Where I'm pushing juice where I want to direct it through the contextual links within the site. But for off-page curated posts or PBN posts on network posts, things like that, I just do everything as do follow, because that way you're hiding your link among other links that are all do follow. If that makes sense. It's really good for creating relevancy too, guys, and trust signals. It'll improve your trust flow, and if you have PBN set up properly and you're doing curated posts, they'll pass a manual review. Okay. All right, so I think that was it. Expense report. I haven't paid Esther anything yet, so I don't have anything on here for that. But I'm probably going to be paying her. I would probably say between $4 and $6 per post, probably. She's in Africa, so the content costs are a little bit less. Like when I have her write an article for me, I pay her between $8 to $10 per article to write them. So for curating them, I'll probably pay her half that, so $4 or $5. Okay. So, anyways, that said, let's keep moving. All right. The next thing was for next week. I'm just going to have Esther do some more blog posts. Again, she's doing it at her own pace. I'm not pushing her at all. She's a new mom. She's got a baby, so I just let her do it when she wants. And I'm also going to be setting up the prospecting campaign. That's going to be next week. I'm going out of town tonight, and I won't be back until Tuesday. So next week, I'm going to start setting up the prospecting campaign. I think we're at a position now, because of the organic rankings plus the videos, that I can actually get somebody in the door. So I think next week I'm going to start setting that up. I've got the lead list back from my scraper, my VA that I had scrape the leads. And I got that back, and I already paid him for that. And I think, did I put that on the expense report? I'm pretty sure I did. Lead scraping, yeah, I paid him $30 to scrape the leads. And then I'm going to have him actually do the emailing. And I'll probably pay him another $20 to email the leads. I think we had 63 or 64 leads. In fact, let me go open that up. I'll just give you guys a glance on that real quick. Let's see, prospecting. Yeah, he just sent it to me in an Excel file. This is it right here. So this is what I paid him $30 to do. Look how much data. I know it might be hard for some of you guys to see, but let's just say, let's cancel that. If we take a look at this, you'll see there's 61. Yeah, it looks like there's 60 leads, because the top one's the headers. So there's 60 leads, but you can see that he got the contractor's name, their web address, the company owner name, because that's something that I asked him to do, is to try to find the company owner's name. So he does that. He digs into like Manta.com or LinkedIn. There's a couple different places you can go to try to identify the company owner's names if it's not listed on the website. We get the phone number, email address, Facebook page, Google Plus logo, LinkedIn profile, any of the things that I have them do this manually, so that I have like the most solid data. A lot of the bots and scrapers do an okay job, but nothing beats manual scraping when it comes to that, and it's not something I would rather, watch grass grow than do it myself. So I just pay somebody to do it, and this is what it looks like. And 60 people in that small of an area is not bad. If I can't land somebody willing to purchase leads or just rent that property out for a flat fee, then I'm probably my messaging is probably wrong. If that makes sense. All right. I think that was it. We can move on into the affiliate stuff. Any questions on any of this?
Nope, we're good.
All right. So affiliate case study week 3. I did not get near as much done as I'd hoped to on this, guys. I do apologize. But there is still some stuff to go over, and I will have more stuff next week. I'm proud of some stuff that I did. Week 2 review. Questions are welcome as we cover this. The lead magnet. I got the lead magnet done. At least I got the copy done. So in other words, I wrote the lead magnet, which I told you guys last week. Last week I said I was going to have it done. Well, I got the copy written. It took me about 4.5 hours to do it, and that's why I don't really have a whole lot of other stuff done, because I've got limited time that I can devote to this project. But and writing copy for me is so painful. It's time consuming. It's not that it's painful. It's just so time consuming, and it takes me forever to write good copy. And like it's so time consuming. And so I spent about 4.5 or 5 hours writing the copy. And now I've got to have it converted into a PDF with some graphics. I want to make it a really nice looking PDF, and that's going to be my cheese or my lead magnet. And if Hernan was here, is he here? I was going to say, make Hernan say cheese, because it's funny.
Also, real quick, Keith was asking if you can share the headers on the lead sheet. What is it that you're collecting?
Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Take notes. Here, you know what I'll do? I'll just take a screenshot of it and drop the screenshot link in there. It's probably the best way to go. Stop.
Guys, don't contact these leads.
Oh, I don't care if they do. Let's get more. Let's see. Share. Here you go.
Thanks.
Dunsky. Okay. All right. So yeah, my lead magnet, the cheese. I did the. I wrote it, and I've got it just in a text file, and then I did a VSL video sales letter using EasyVSL. I love it. Love that tool. And I did that because it's just going to be a video and PDF combo. Essentially, it's just going to be the PDF with a screenshot of the first frame of the video with a play button on it, so it looks like a video inside the PDF. And then when they click on it, it'll open it up in YouTube or on the Money site. Probably open it up on on a post on the Money site for growth.training. So I created that. I've got to get the text formatted into like a PDF with some graphics and stuff like that. But here, I'll share the URL for that. Let's see. This is 100% original content. I wrote this myself. So here is the link, Adam, if you want to drop it. And this was the method that I have been using for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years now, on how to overcome procrastination and get shit done, in other words. And essentially, I just broke it down into 4 simple steps in this actual. You guys can watch the video on your own. But all I did was I just basically wrote it in Notepad. Let's see. Let me open it up and I'll just show you the format real quick. Where the hell is it? Right here. Okay, so this is it. And believe it or not, it's only it's what, 3 pages, and it took me 4.5 hours to write. Well, that and to do the video too. But that was only about 30 minutes. But so it takes me forever to write copy. But that's it, guys. All I did was the process that I use to which instantly increased my productivity. I just basically I put that into words on paper, and then or on digital paper, and then recorded a video, EasyVSL video out of it. And that's it. So that's going to be my cheese. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to convert this into a PDF. I want to have some graphics. I've got the logo, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, but I got the logo and all the graphics and everything back for the social profiles. So now I need to have a ebook cover created, a 2D and a 3D ebook cover created from the graphics, which I'll have somebody on Fiverr do that. I just got to order it. And then I'm going to have this converted into a PDF. And again, what I'll do is I'll put in the PDF, I'm going to take a screenshot and I'll just insert an image, right? So it'll be an image that I upload, which will just be a screenshot of the video with a play button and everything. So it'll look like a video right in the PDF. And then I'll hyperlink that image to where when somebody clicks on it, it will actually take them over to the website, which is growth.training, which I did not really get anything done on that website. That's one thing that I wanted to do that I didn't get time to do. And it'll take them over here to growth.training, and the video will play. Does that make sense? And so that's my cheese. So that's what I'm going to be giving away for the opt-in. That's what I'm going to be enticing people for the opt-in. So I still have to create a opt-in page, which would be like me selling the opt-in, right? Me selling the PDF in exchange for an email. So I still have to create that. So that's something I was hoping to have done, but I didn't get it done, because that's the first step in driving traffic. Even if I don't have anything else yet, like the email autoresponder series or anything else developed yet, I can start driving traffic to an opt-in, a squeeze page where I can get an email address. That's the key. That's the number one. We're trying to make sales, but even more so than making sales, I think it was building the email list. That's the number one objective, is to build the email list. And so that's why I want to get the cheese done as quickly as possible. I didn't get the opt-in page done as quickly as possible, because then the only thing I need in my email autoresponder is just the first email that, once they've confirmed their email address, that sends them the link to the PDF. And that's it. I can always go in and add additional follow-up sequences at a later date. I can finish the rest of the website at a later date. The most important thing is to get that email address. So that was my goal, was to get the cheese done, and I got it partially completed. So I've got to finish that for next week, guys. Hopefully, like I said, I'm going out of town for the next 4 or 5 days, so hopefully I'll have time to get this complete by next Wednesday. That's my goal, but I'm not going to swear to it yet. All right. Let's see. IFTTT Networks, I should have probably done it in the other order, but I got the IFTTT Networks orders back. If you guys want to take a look at these are just the main social properties. The rest of them are also done. I had to have some edits made, actually. I just sent it back to one of my girls to make some slight edits to the network, but pretty much it's done. So, and it's cool because I got, like this one, you'll see that the profile link, she actually, when she created the persona, she used that page instead of the page that I had created to interlink everything. So that's one of the edits she's doing. Is that I just sent back today. She's going to have all the profile links in here like what we teach. It's just not done because it was an error, and it was my fault for not communicating properly what I needed. But check this out. This is a brand new YouTube channel, guys, and I got the. If you see, I don't know if you can see this, but I got the custom URL with a brand new YouTube channel. Remember that was one of the issues, the custom eligibility. The custom URL eligibility. Well, I was actually able to get that in like under 24 hours, and that was just because I connected it to a associated website that was verified in Google Webmaster Tools, and I had an associated Google Plus page with it. All of that together, and I was able to get a custom URL. You can see it's youtube.com/growth training site. If I hit enter, it's going to take me right to the channel. You see that? So it's not displaying as a custom URL, but it is a custom URL. So I thought that was cool because that's the first time I've seen it be able to do it like that quick since that YouTube had changed their policy on that. And so I'm hoping that that's something that I can replicate going forward. And that's just, like I said, the way that I did it was created the associated website. I linked it to Google Webmaster Tools. Then the channel was already created, but I linked my associated website to the Google Plus page and linked it up properly. That's why you see this green check mark, or this check mark right here. And as soon as I did that, it gave me the ability to get a custom URL for both the Google Plus page and the YouTube channel at the same time. It was like in the same pop-up window that it said that. And I got growth training site. Okay? So pretty cool. All right. Last thing about this, and then we'll get into questions, guys, because I really don't have much else other than that. Like I said, I'm a little bit further behind than I wanted to be this week. Oh, you guys are already seeing that. We'll take a look at Facebook. I know we don't talk about Facebook and IFTTT SEO, but the reason why is because we have too many people that will try to create new Facebook profile accounts, which is not how you do it. Instead, you do pages through your own Facebook account. You can create pages that you can connect to the IFTTT network. However, I knew that would open up a can of worms because a bunch of people wouldn't follow instructions, and they would submit a ton of support tickets to us about why they can't access their fake profile, Facebook profile. So we omitted that from the training entirely, because in order to save on support cost on our end. Okay, but I absolutely, for branded properties, not for persona properties, but for branded, sometimes for persona properties, but for branded properties, I create a Facebook page through my own Bradley Benner Facebook profile account. I set up a new page, and then I tie the page to the IFTTT network. Okay, and it's just, guys, all of you know how to create recipes in IFTTT now, so before you ask me to share my IFTTT recipe URL, you know how to do it. Just go set it up. RSS is the trigger, and the action would be Facebook page, and you activate the channel, which would be your page to IFTTT. Okay, so you guys can set this up on your own, but basically now everything's connected to where whenever I do a post on the channel, I've got both the channel and my blog connected to this, to where I'll get a post on Facebook from both. I haven't done any posts yet, but when I do, that'll syndicate. Okay? And the graphics, I thought the graphics came out looking pretty good. That was just from this chick on Fiverr that I use all the time. Her name is AJB_graphics. Her real name is Algene. She does all of my social media graphics. I've been using her for about a year, and she does a really good job. For $25, I think it is, I get all the social media graphics, and they come out really nice. So that's what you got. All right. Any questions?
Keep cruising.
Okay. Well, I don't think we have much else. Product 1 of 2 reviewed. I told you guys last week that the first 2 products that I'm going to promote on the site, beyond my opt-in, which is my own product, that I've created, is the PDF and the video, is going to be Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog, which is, and the reason I chose that, and the other one is Grant Cardone's 100 Ways to Stay Motivated or Keep Motivated. Those are going to be the 2 products. Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog, number one, because it's inexpensive, so it's a low cost, a low cost of entry or barrier to entry. You know what I'm saying? To get somebody from a free PDF list to a buyer's list of somebody that actually spent money, because it's a $20 product. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my free list, right, and then I'm going to have a buyer's list. And so I wanted to do something that's inexpensive to move people from that free list to the buyer's list. And Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog was going to be my first product that I used to promote. And I got the audiobook, the MP3s, last week, and I haven't gone through all of them, but I'm about probably 2/3 of the way through. So I probably got about, because it's close to 3 hours worth of audio, and I think I've listened to about 2 hours of it. So I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and it's really, really good. It's great because there's a lot of stuff in there that helps. It's really just about overcoming procrastination and being effective with your time, being more productive. And it's cool because I don't really have a problem with being productive, because that's all I do is freaking work. But I thought that it was really good because there's some tips and stuff in there, and I actually had never heard this before. Like, I'm surprised because I've done a lot of Brian Tracy stuff over the years, but this is not one of them, and it's really good. I recommend any of you that would be, that struggle with not being able to get stuff done, or those of you that say there's not enough time to do this and there's not enough time to do that. I recommend you spend the $20 on Eat That Frog. And listen to it, because I guarantee you, it's gonna open up your eyes to some different ways to find additional time to work on important stuff and start dropping the unimportant stuff that we spin our wheels on. Okay, so I had a chance to review that almost to its entirety. I will finish that between now and next week for sure, and then I'm going to pick up the other product, which is Grant Cardone's 100 Ways to Stay Motivated, which I think that's I think it's like a $100, maybe $200 product. I got to find the link again. But that'll be my next one that I promote. So, other than that, I think that was all I had. Nope, I didn't finish these slides. That was my bad. So that's it. If there's any questions, we can take questions.
Yeah, we do. Scott's got two. If you scroll to the bottom, his first one's about ultimately where the best place is, or a hierarchy for asking people to comment. Should he send them to Facebook, or should it be the YouTube video, or should, kind of what would be the best place to tell his viewers, I guess. In this case, he says customers, parentheses, viewers. So I'm going to guess, Scott, that you're talking mostly about YouTube being your primary outlet, which I think would guide the answer here. But
makes sense. Between views, backlinks, comments, and shares, and where they are initiated from, I've always been curious where to suggest my customers' viewers make a comment. Should I send them directly to YouTube video link, YouTube embed on a website? Well, okay, I think for YouTube SEO, you're best having to comment on YouTube itself, which will also be a Google Plus comment. That's got a short shelf life now, though, right? Because of the changes that are coming. But for that reason, I would say the comment direct on YouTube is best. The comments on websites, I turn off, I don't have comments available on any websites of mine because of WordPress spam. Happens all the time. If you leave comments on, you know what I'm talking about. So if I have comments on websites, which some sites I have, that I manage, do have comments, but they're not WordPress comments. They're a plugin like Discuss, or you're using Facebook comments or something like that, which prevents the WordPress spam stuff, which is important. So I don't know. I'm assuming that would have an effect on the SEO of the post or the page itself. But I don't know that would affect YouTube SEO. Like, in other words, if you have that video embedded on a post or a page, and that post or that page gets a bunch of comments, I don't know that affects the video SEO. I'm not sure, because I've never monitored just that. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. I would recommend pushing everybody directly to the YouTube video. However, that said, there's a reason why you don't want to push people to YouTube if you can push them to a blog post or a page on your site instead, right? Because you don't want to take people away from what happens when you send people to YouTube. You put a bunch of distractions in front of them, right? So that's why, it's best. And I've gotten us at Semantic Mastery, I know we send out emails that sometimes send people to YouTube, but that's not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is to send emails with links back to our money site where the video is embedded, so that we keep people in our golden frame, right? We keep people on our site where there's less distractions, or if there are distractions, it's our own products that are distracting them. That's really the key. But again, for pure SEO purposes, I would recommend just sending them to YouTube. But for conversion reasons, I would want to keep them on my own, and not Facebook, because Facebook, once again, think about that. Facebook is a distraction, right? People get on Facebook and they get distracted with all their stupid friends and their funny cat pictures and stuff like that. So you're better off sending them to your post or your page then, if that makes sense. Scott says, in the keyword research or the keyword spreadsheet, are you looking for a pattern that would indicate silo possibilities or potential? It depends, Scott. Yeah, usually when I'm thinking about building an SEO site, yes, I look for patterns. But a lot of times the tools that I'm using will identify those patterns too, or the the silo structure to me. And then yes, let me just back up. Let's open up that sheet so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It'll help if I have that open. Come on. In this particular case, though, Scott, I'm not planning on SEOing this site. I mean, it may be something that I do. I mean, look, I'm an SEO, so everything that I build on there will have an SEO aspect to it. But I'm not looking to. What the hell's going on with Google Docs? Let's try that again. But I'm not looking to build this site as a site to rank, because I'm going to be driving traffic via YouTube. That's my main traffic strategy, is going to be YouTube, right? So my traffic generation is going to be done via YouTube, not from SEO. So I'm not really worried about building solid structures. And what the hell is going on? I can't even open this. It's driving me crazy. Let's try another one. Google Docs doesn't like me right now, guys. Are you guys still hearing me? Just want to make sure there's not an issue with Google.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Still hearing you.
All right. Well, if it comes up, I'll come back to it, Scott. I don't know what's wrong with Google right now, but yeah. Again, for like anytime I'm building a silo, like an SEO project, for a website for an SEO project, then I always look at, and I stack my keywords in somewhat silo structures within the spreadsheet. So, and that's what I was showing before. Let's see. I don't know why it's not coming up, guys. I apologize. But that's why I've showed in the past the way that I have the columns. So, like, I take my main money keyword and I put that at the very top, and then I find the supporting keywords for that particular keyword, that main keyword, and I put them in the same column. And then the column to the right, I drill down to each one of those supporting keywords. I drill into those further and find even longer tailed supporting keywords for the supporting keyword, if that makes sense. And I put them in the right-hand column. The column to the right, and I have it set up to where it's stacked to where I can identify, like, okay, if I'm going to be building a complex silo structure, which is going to have a top-level silo, a top-level category, a subcategory, and in posts, this is how the hierarchy would look. That's how I do it. But in this particular case, I'm not doing that because I'm just planning on driving traffic through YouTube, so I don't really need to worry about that. All I'm going to do is optimize the pages that I'm on, but I'm not necessarily going to be worried about silo structures and all that. At some point, if I start having a lot of success with this project, which I hope I do, then I may, end up building some silo structure into it, but it'll be like a bolt-on silo at that point, which will be kind of like an after effect. Okay.
Cool. I think he's got one more question. Nope, I'm sorry. I was rereading the same one. Hello?
Hernan, Marco, anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped out there for about 30 seconds for me.
Oh, I did?
Everything. I couldn't hear anything. Let me reload the page and see if it's playing.
Could be Google's having an issue. Apparently they are, because they won't. Look, Google Drive encountered an error. You guys still on?
Yep.
So everyone else can hear us.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not.
we're good. I think it was just a hiccup.
Okay, well, if you guys got anything, we're good. If not, guys, we'll give you another minute or two. Post any questions you have. If not, we'll wrap it up. So, for next week, I guess I can go over what I want to do next week. I never finished the slides. I apologize for that. I was really up against the wall trying to get ready for this today. But as far as next week, like I said, for the local stuff, I want to get set up on the prospecting campaign, like just get everything prepared to start prospecting. I don't know that I'm going to start firing off emails next week, but I just want to have it ready to go to where all I got to do is give the green light to my VA to start sending emails. So I got to have the prospecting funnel finished. Right now it's not 100%. So that's something I want to do for the local side of it. For the affiliate stuff, I want to get the cheese done. which you guys have the video, but like I said, I've got the I want to get the PDF done with the graphics, the 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional ebook graphics. I want to get the opt-in page done, and then I'm going to connect the autoresponder. I've already got the autoresponder, so that's not an issue. But those are my main focus goals between now and next week for the affiliate stuff. I'd like to get some content, some seed content on the site too, but that's not a priority. The priority is the opt-in page and having that funnel, that opt-in funnel, ready for traffic so that I can start sending traffic to it, because I want to start sending traffic to it and start building the list while I complete the project. That's what I was saying earlier, guys. The site doesn't need to be ready. And here's the thing, guys. This is something I think is important. And I hear this from our own students, like inside the mastermind. I do a lot of one-on-one SEO consulting with our mastermind students that purchase the time or whatever. And I hear this kind of stuff all the time. People want everything to be perfect before they start driving traffic and that sort of thing. Don't do that, because again, it's lost opportunity. Just the same as building a local site and waiting for it to rank before you start building another local site. Don't do that. Build a local site. As soon as you're done and you're done doing your off-page stuff that you need to do, start building another site immediately, because and just keep that going, that cycle going. Do it again and again and again, because some are going to perform better than others, and they're going to start to pop, and they'll start generating revenue. Well, the same thing goes with the affiliate stuff. Don't wait until your site is done and you got to fill it out with a bunch of content, and I want the site to look good, and I want to have different pages on there and different products. Don't do that. The most important thing to do is have an opt-in page, an offer, something, a lead magnet, a cheese that you give away to get that email and drive traffic to it. You can set everything else up while you're building your email list, right? Because now once you get your site done and you have your offers in place, now you've got a list that you can mail to. Say, hey, by the way, we just put a new blog post up, and it's a review, and that's what I'm going to be doing, like with Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog, guys. I'm going to do a full-on review of that product and why I found it good, my takeaways, what I implemented in my own life, in my own business that I learned from there, what kind of effect it's had, that sort of thing. And it's going to be a nice full-on review, and then I'm going to put it in a blog post format with a video blog, with both the video and the transcription. And I'm going to send that out to the email list that I will be building while I'm finishing the site, right? And say, hey, new blog post, check it out. Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog. I did a full review. Come check it out. I'm going to send them back to my site, and there's where the offer will be for $20, right? So that's my point. You just don't wait. Just keep moving, all right? And so that's what you guys will see. Hopefully that opt-in will be done by next week, so I can start driving traffic. Because part of the traffic strategy, we talked about this last week, but is going to be mainly YouTube, between organic SEO stuff, ranking videos, right, and also video ads. I'm probably going to be doing more video ads just because of the time it saves than having to do a bunch of, guys, those of you that aren't running video ads yet, highly recommend that you get into it.
Well, speaking of that, Keith was just asking, the video ads crash course, is there enough in there to get it up and running, any OTO?
Yeah, the OTO is TubeSift. It's not an OTO. It's not a one-time offer. It's an upgrade, right? There's a difference. One-time offer is when people say you buy it now or you don't get it again, and that kind of shit. No, there's an upgrade. It's TubeSift, which is the targeting software. Again, I highly recommend that you get that, but you don't need it. The problem with what I find with YouTube ads right now is the keyword targeting is not so good. So if you set up your targeting groups via the keywords, which is what you would think would work, you end up getting a lot of traffic from completely unrelated videos. And I'm not sure why it's that way, because I've got here. You know what? I'll show you guys something. We got time anyways. We got about 10 minutes or so. So let me just show you my dashboard. I'll let you guys in on some stuff that I'm working on. All right. So for video ads crash course, I set up a campaign in testing some more keywords. Let me find let's see. Okay, so this is the campaign here. VACC, Video Ads Crash Course Keywords. I thought it would be funny to promote Video Ads Crash Course with YouTube ads, right? I said, because it's funny, everybody else has been promoting, like via email, and I said, well, this would be cool if I did it. So I set up a few ad campaigns for the course, for the training. And one of them, I set up 2 different campaigns. So I've got one campaign which was a keyword targeting campaign. Then I've got another campaign set up with placements. And then I have a third campaign which is for remarketing or retargeting. Okay, Google calls it remarketing. So all the ads that I've run to this point that have been successful for me in the last several weeks or month and a half, whatever, that I've been running YouTube ads, have been mainly all placement ads, which means I tell specifically which videos and drop the URLs in and build my targeting list based on video URLs, right? So like literally, okay, this is the video that I want my ad in front of. And that's what TubeSift does. Well, TubeSift will pull and extract the URLs for keyword searches that are monetized videos, which means they're videos that will display an in-stream ad. Okay, an in-display ad is an ad that shows up in the search results at the top where it says ad, like what Google AdWords would be, except in YouTube. And also on the right-hand sidebar, you'll see ads sometimes, right? Those are in-display ads, but in-stream ads are the ones that are like those pre-roll ads. And I have found through, like I think I shared this with you guys, but with the keyword, let's go take a look at that. This one. This is the funnel that I had set up for my my affiliate project that I did with Inside the Mastermind, and this is that keyword funnel that I set up. This is the only ad I've got running for that right now, guys. One freaking ad, and I only get 10, 15 views per day on this, but it's effective. I'm gaining about 2.5 subscribers per day right now, and this is the only. I've got probably like maybe 5 organic videos that I did. That are ranking, so I'm probably getting a little bit of traffic from that. But other than that, this is the only thing I'm doing, and this is I'm spending. I think my ad spend on this it's $8 a day, but I don't even hit that. You see what I'm saying? Like this is looking at the last 7 days, guys, and you can see that I've only spent $12.38 in the last 7 days. So I'm spending under $2 a day, and I'm getting roughly 2.5 subscribers a day. Does that make sense? And so that was based on just the video targeting. If we go take a look at the targets here, I'll show you that the placements here there's 308 videos that I have this in front of. And these are direct YouTube URLs. So like if I click on this, you'll see that's going to take me to a video. And here comes Alex Becker again. Fuck. Understanding keyword research for SEO. You see that? So like this is a highly targeted video that I'm getting my pitch to click over to my keyword PDF and my free training on keyword research. That's what I'm getting my ad in front of. So it's very, very targeted. So to answer your question, Keith, the video ads crash course will teach you, if you don't know anything about YouTube ads, it will teach you how to, first of all, set up your channel for it. Number 2, how to set up targeting campaigns, how to create an ad, and also how to how to navigate inside of what I find to be quite confusing AdWords. Okay, so it'll teach you all of that. But the problem is without having a software that's going to extract URLs like this does, where you can get really highly targeted, then the only other way to do it is either manually by going and finding the videos yourself and keeping track of the URLs like in a Notepad file or an Excel file or something like that, and then submitting them yourself as the targeting group. Or to go by keywords, and that's what I was trying to show you earlier. If we go take a look at this, this is back on the video ads crash course. If we take a look, you'll see where this was shown. If I show YouTube search keywords, why is it saying maybe here? Okay, so these were my targeting keywords for this campaign, guys. Look, these are highly targeted keywords, right? Ads for this is it. There's what 13 keywords that I added here. So I was saying, okay, I want this video to display, but I only want it to display for these keywords here. Ads for YouTube, YouTube video advertising, YouTube video ads. These are all highly targeted keywords. But if you take a look back at the ads over here, look at this, guys. You know what? I probably removed that one. Let me go back to I got something like 200 views. Yeah, this one right here. This is it. Yeah, okay. So this was I actually paused it because it wasn't working because the targeting was so far off. But look at this. I got 206 views, right, from this, and I burned through basically $20. My average cost per view was 8 cents, and I went through, and in this one I got 91 views. Average cost per view 12 cents. This was the in-stream ad. So let's go click on this. This is the one that I paused. We'll take a look at the targets, and I'm going to show you over here. If we look at the YouTube keywords, and come on. Placements. Here we go. All right, take a look at this, guys. There was 206 keywords that this video was shown in front of as an in-stream ad based on the keywords that I just showed you guys. Remember that? So let me open this up if it'll allow me to. I want to see this in another tab so I can show you side by side what I'm talking about here. Just one second. because this is what I'm saying about the YouTube keywords targeting. It sucks, and it kind of pisses me off. So really the only way that I know of, and obviously I'm still a novice with this, but with playing around a lot lately, I'm finding that the only way to really set up any campaigns is to do direct placements, and that's where it's valuable. So if we go back over here again and we take a look at the keywords. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. So these are the 13 keywords that I had selected for this video to show up in front of. So anybody doing a search for any of these keywords and on YouTube, and they go click through to watch a video, if the video had an in-stream ad capability, if it was monetization was enabled, and it would show an in-stream ad, then I should have shown up in front of only videos that had these keywords, right? Now take a look at where it showed me though. And there's 206, it showed up in front of 206 keyword or videos. Look at the keywords here. Fetty Wap, Trap Queen official video. Huge balloon surprise. Water balloon pop, huge surprise. Like this is if Hernan was on, he could translate for me. That's a Spanish video. Play-Doh Bubble Guppies surprise eggs. Inside out makeup tutorial. You see that, guys? Like if you go through all 206 of these where this video was shown, where my in-stream ad for these keywords was shown, you'll see that none of them are relevant. Not a single freaking one of them. And so that pissed me off, right? I mean, because I burned up what, like $11, $12 on it in a day, which it's not a big deal but it's like why did I go through the trouble of setting up a campaign with these targeted keywords if that's all it's going to do is go in front of these unrelated videos? So my whole point in telling you all of this is that when you have a placement campaign set up where you're targeting via placements, you can get highly targeted traffic that converts well, and that's what this funnel. This is the keyword research funnel that I have set up, and you guys can see. Look at my view rate. If we go back over to the ads, and this is just for the last 17 or the last 7 days. I've only had 66 views in the last 7 days. My view rate has been 17.46%, and that bounces anywhere between usually 16 to about 28%, so depending on the days. But my average cost per view, 19 cents. I've had 18 clicks, and I've had 10 conversions. In the last 7 days, I've had 10 conversions, and what that means is I've got it set up to where I have a conversion tracking pixel that tells me somebody had opted in to and gone to the thank you page of after opting in. So I paid $1.24 per conversion. That's basically $1.24 for each subscriber over the last 7 days. This funnel's been running. I've got the budget set at $8 per day, but I'm only spending what? I'm spending under $2 a day, and that's because it's highly targeted. So if I wanted to, I could probably spend some extra time developing some additional targeting campaigns for this and ramp that up. But it's working. If we go over to Get Response, and I know we're almost out of time, but I thought this was a great question from you, Keith. If we go log into the Get Response, you'll see that. Come on. In the last 7 days, I've had 21 subscribers. I've got 105 subscribers now, and pretty much most all of those are probably from. I know some of you guys subscribe so you could see the funnel and stuff like that, and that's fine. But I mean, I've been getting roughly two subscribers every day, and this is pretty much all my traffic is coming from this funnel here. Okay. So to answer your question, I know that was very long-winded, but I thought it was important. We had some time to kill anyways. Yes, it's a great course for $35 or whatever it is right now, Keith, to learn how to get into YouTube ads. I highly recommend it because if you're ever thinking about doing any YouTube advertising, Justin did a really good job of explaining how they work and how to navigate through AdWords, which I find to be confusing. I'm getting way better now because I've been playing in it so much. But it's really a great foundational course. And in TubeSift, we have, Adam, did you drop those links for TubeSift?
No, but I will right now.
Okay, because TubeSift, I think, I think I have it, semanticmastery.com/TubeSift monthly.
Each to it.
I'm just going to show them the page.
Oh,
all right, yeah, it's semanticmastery.com/TubeSift monthly. And if we scroll down, they have. Oh shit! Let me turn Justin off for a minute. They've got a monthly option, Keith. It's $47. It's highly worth it because of the amount of time it'll save you, and again because the effectiveness of the ads are so much better when you can use specific placements instead of like keywords.
Yeah,
And
and the
I-
only thing I didn't know, Keith, to not answer your previous question about how much it was, is it may be different. I don't know on their other funnel, so I just, I figured.
Actually, I think it's the same. Adam.
That's what I expect, but I didn't
Yep.
want to say if it's different, higher or lower. I don't know.
I think
So,
it's the same right now.
Okay.
It won't be for long, but as part of that launch funnel or that as part of that launch for that product, it's currently the same price that we have.
Cool.
So, all right. Well, hopefully that was helpful, guys. We will see you all next week. And if you have any additional questions, just if you're in the mastermind, post them there. If not, post them in the IFTTT group, and we shall see you guys next week.
Cool.
Thanks,
Have a
guys.
good one.
Bye.